Hello. Welcome to episode 3 of flipping every house in The Sims 4. Just kind of hopping right in. We're doing the Daisy Hovel today. It's a 30 by 20, 1 bed, 1 bath, 15,891 simoleons. Alright. We're here. We're outside. This lot is significantly larger than everything we have seen so far, which is very exciting. We'll be able to do a lot with that. But we're gonna try to keep the same kind of bones and overall structure. So the lot will actually be mostly landscaping, but that's besides the point. Kind of similar to the last house, this house isn't immediately giving me a personality. It is cute though. It's a cute little house. The yellow and the blue, it's very soft. But it's really not screaming anything in particular. The landscaping, per usual, pretty sketchy. Can't really tell if it's alive or not. But you got this huge, awesome patio space immediately in the front here. Decent amount of windows, but they're small. Otherwise, not a whole lot of character. So heading inside, the first thing I'm noticing, and I'm kind of going out of order here, is the wallpaper in the restroom and the paneling. No. Well, I don't know. It feels very mold prone and bacteria friendly to me. Like, that's just kind of gross. So, not sure how I feel about that. Anyways, getting back on task though, there in the living room area is again just a lot of wasted space. Yeah, like you could do so much more with this space, but they just didn't for whatever reason. Super small dining area, which is pretty upsetting. Even smaller living room. Like, their TV is sitting on a foldable table. So fun. And then again, just the dark overall finishes make it really dark and just kind of dungeon-esque and weird. So we'll definitely be making it brighter. And then the kitchen, completely cut off from the little hallway to the bathroom. Little galley kitchen in a space that is large enough to not have a galley kitchen. And then the bedroom honestly isn't that bad. It's really dark, not in a good way. But overall, I wouldn't say there's really any wasted space. It's just dark and there's not a whole lot of interest there. And then I've already talked about the bathroom and the paneling and the wallpaper. Unless the paneling is like, I don't even know. Yeah, it's just kind of spunky. It's a little weird. It's dark. Let's go flip it. Alright, we're here. We're at the flipped version of the Daisy Hovel. It's a 2 bed, 2 bath, 59,931 square feet, still 30 by 20 lot. And its traits are fast internet, natural light, and child's play. Before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know that I challenged myself to go outside of my comfort zone and my little box. And it was an experience, for sure. I'll say that. I don't want to say too much, although when I tell you the name of this house, it's gonna give it away for sure, but I really challenged myself to go outside of the box here, and it was a very interesting experience, and I have a lot to say about it, but I will talk about it later. So for now, welcome to the Millennial Gray. Okay. Let's dig in a little bit. I'll start with the exterior. I normally would just drench the thing in plants and natural landscaping. However, I know that some people, including myself, would like some yard space to do whatever it is you do in yards. Play with your kids, play fetch with your dog, nap, hammock, picnic, whatever. So I wanted to demonstrate with the larger lot that we have here that it's possible to still do the natural landscaping and incorporate those natural native plants into your yard while still having grass and lawn space. But then with that, maybe it's not lawn, maybe it's clover or moss or I forget the name of the other plant that you can use, but there's lots of other options that you can use for ground cover. It doesn't have to be lawn. I would encourage you to look at things besides lawn for ground cover. I hope you understood what I just said. It made sense up here, but then it came out weird. So yeah, anyways. Getting a little closer to the yard here, you can see that I have designated garden beds, and then within those beds would be those native plants, and then around the beds you have that kind of lawn, grass cover, whatever. This is one of my favorite yards that I have done, this is one of my favorite yards that I do throughout all of Willow Creek. I really, really like this yard. I love how it turned out. I love kind of the light and dark contrast, and then the controlled versus chaos contrast. And then just having a huge, huge entertainment space as a host is so awesome. So you have a full outdoor living with a fire pit, a massive outdoor dining, a grill, garden boxes, lots of shade, tree cover, a pergola, a swing set. I haven't been on a swing set in years, and it honestly sounds so fun. But yeah, just very large, very nice outdoor space that still allows you to get those native plants in while still having a yard that you can do stuff in. So now, heading inside, I don't want to. Okay. I want to start this with, if Millennial Gray or just gray monochromatic is your thing, more power to you. However, building this and designing this physically hurt me. I don't like monochrome. I don't like gray. I mean, okay, I love gray. I think it's a beautiful color. But there is a point where it's too much. And I feel like this is well beyond that point. If gray kind of monochrome is your style and your thing, let me know how I did. Too much? Not enough? Let me know. So, digging in here, we have the all gray kitchen, modern appliances. And then I tried to find the most kind of neutral, grayish toned woods as I can. And so we landed on this very pale, kind of light wood. I feel like this house, interior-wise, is not for entertainers. It's not for hosts. I'm sure you could probably make it work. But majority of the hosting would definitely be in your outdoor space. But to my point with the dining spaces, I knew I wanted to put a dining space in this house, but I also really wanted a kitchen island. So I left half the chairs off of the dining table so that it could dual as a dining and kind of extension of the kitchen area. And then maybe the leftover chairs are in storage somewhere, like in a closet or a garage. I don't know. There's no cars in Sims, so I didn't really plan where that would go, and you also don't really need closets in Sims, but that's besides the point. And then in the living room, there is, in fact, color in here, but I went for the very kind of turquoisey shade of blue that I feel like literally everybody is painting their house right now. It was the one color I allowed myself within this house, besides the little kids' room. You can ignore that. But yeah, still just kind of sticking with the monochrome color scheme besides the blue. And I said in episode 1 that I consider blue a neutral, so really, it's all just monochrome. The other place that I allowed color was this little girl's room that I decided to design. The only kind of, I guess, caveat to that is I only allowed myself really one color, and I decided on pink. I tried to put myself in the mindset of like one of those moms that just feels like everything needs to be aesthetic. So I really tried to keep that in mind when designing this little girl's room. And then I forget the exact hack and how to do it, but there is something you can do to paneling that pretty much turns it into a whiteboard. So I did that, or I didn't do that, but just imagine that that's what's happening here, because it's a little kid. They're going to have markers, they're going to have paint, it's going to end up where you don't want it, so may as well make it easy to clean. But yeah, just kind of limited myself to pink. And then we have kind of the guest bathroom. Probably could have eliminated that and had a bigger entertainment space, but I really, really like having a separate bathrooms for the people that live there and for the guests. And so this would be the guest bathroom for when you're hosting. Through a bathtub in there as well. Since you have a little girl, since you have a child, really, it doesn't matter what the gender is, you're going to be having to bathe and help them shower until they're old enough to kind of do that by themselves. So I gave them a shower as well. But still, just sticking with the all monochrome color scheme. And then in the bedroom, gray. I tried to mess with the dark a little bit without kind of losing the overall vibe and aesthetic of the house. So we have the nice dark gray paint in this room, but I feel like at night this room probably does get very dark and very cozy. But during the day, all the different white colors and white furniture in there really reflects the sun really well. So I feel like you actually get this really nice balance of dark and light in this bedroom. So I do really like this bedroom. Would I personally put some color in it? Yes, but I feel like I would still be able to sleep really, really well in there. And then the master bath is kind of pretty much the same concept as the guest bath, and the rest of the house just kind of overall gray, again with our blue that I'm allowing myself. And then the only thing is this master bathroom doesn't have a bathtub in it, but it's okay because the guest one does. And it's like 2 feet down the hall. But yeah, that's pretty much this house. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you for watching, especially if you've made it this far. You're one of my favorites. I love you. And if you have made it this far, please consider giving it a like and maybe even subscribing. I upload ideally 3 times a week, but you know, life happens and I'm a new channel, so I can't promise 100% consistency, but the goal is 3 times a week. So please subscribe and come back next week for more. If you play Sims and you're liking what you're seeing, or if you hate it and you want to gut the whole thing and flip it again, I do upload all of the houses that I build to the Sims gallery. So feel free to search me up and check out the homes. I have pretty much all of Willow Creek done, so you can get even a sneak peek into future episodes if you really wanted to. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please come back next week for more. Yeah, love you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.